Inside the Bill Harris Arena. Game number 4 here on opening day, second day of tournament play. Opening round activity. It's women's action coming away now. The Lady Lions of Paine College at 1-23 and 0-17 in conference play, 6th in the East in the SIAC tournament. They will meet the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Kentucky State 4th in the West at 9-17 and 8-10. Lineups being introduced here inside the Harris Arena. The Lady Lions of Paine College being introduced first. Lady Lions being introduced first here, trying to peek in on those, see if we can get those names for you as they are introduced here inside the Harris Arena, getting set for women's open round, first round action here. Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State, Kalia Herbert, the freshman, will go at the strong guard at 3 points per ball game for her. Zaria Kilgore, senior from Detroit, Michigan. She will start for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Jordan Campbell, the junior from Montgomery, Alabama, or Illinois. And Batani Britzi, the senior from Bedford, Indiana, also starting. And Brooke Wallace, the junior center from Oberlin, Ohio, will start as well for the Thoroughbreds. Apologize about that rough outing for the starting lineups for both teams. Did not have those prior to the start of the ball game. And we'll set them as we continue to unfold this basketball game with the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State at 9-17, getting set to meet the Lady Lions of Paine College, 1-23 on the season. So for the Lady Lions, it'll be Zanae Green, the sophomore, going on a guard. She'll be joined by Asia Timmons, the junior at a guard. Ashley Washington, the senior from Austin, Texas. Taylor Bornham, the freshman from Atlanta, Georgia. And Padrika Bain, the senior from Nassau, Bahamas, starting for the Lady Lions of Paine College. They're coached by Willie Adams, and he's assisted by Keisha Lucette. Now the Thoroughbreds making it onto the floor. We'll shape it up this way. It'll be Hibbert, Kalia Herbert, number 4, Zaria Kilgore, number 5, Brooke Wallace, number 13, Jordan Campbell, number 21, and number 35. Don't have a 35 listed on their roster. We'll get that clear as this basketball unfolds. Tap's going to be controlled, and it'll be the Thoroughbreds having the basketball on their end of the floor first. Wallace, that's Brooke Wallace, number 35. She's listed as number 13 in the program, but it's Brooke Wallace, number 35. So those are the starters. Play has begun now. Basket on the by the Thoroughbreds on their end of the floor to get going. It was Jordan Campbell, the junior, with the first basket of the ball game. First quarter of action here in women's basketball, still in the opening round of the 2018 SIAC Basketball Tournament. One ball game following this one, and then we're on to the quarterfinals. Whistles and a travel violation by the Thoroughbreds as they push it back down the floor. Jordan Campbell guilty of that turnover. So the Lady Lions of Paine College will have the basketball now. Just underway here from the Bill Harris Arena. Charles Ward, Tolly Carr, and Toby Durham with the call. Toby doing a fine job with our production of the entire SIAC Basketball Tournament. Out front now for the Lady Lions, on the move toward the rack, shot toward the cylinder there by Asia Timmons is off the mark, and a whistle underneath. Foul called on Jordan Campbell. Campbell, the junior, with that assessment against her. Just underway here. Glad you could join us for our continuing coverage of the SIAC tournament. From the line, it's Padrika Bain, and Bain converts on the first from the free throw line. Lady Lions from the charity stripe at 61%, 301-497 to end the regular season. Bain for the second of two, missed on that one. The rebound comes clear to Campbell and the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Ritzy up the floor now, pass left side Campbell. Now back out front, they give it over to Webb, and Webb drains that three-pointer for the Thoroughbreds. Winter Webb, the 5'10" freshman from Beaufort, Georgia, with the three-point basket there. Make it 5-1, Thoroughbreds leading it. And the Lady Lions now on their end of the floor. They work it down in the right corner to Zanae Green, and a whistle. Fourth in the West, Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State finished. They're seated that way coming into the tournament, are third in the West in the tournament seed, but they finished fourth in the West coming in into the tournament play and on the season. That's the way they finished on the standings there, recognizing that Spring Hill is also a part of that division of the conference. So they got the bump up in terms of the seeding for the tournament. Got a timeout on the floor, 8:25 left in this first period of play. Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State with a 5-1 lead over the Lady Lions of Paine College. A lot of basketball ahead of us in the tournament as we take a look at the women's tournament bracket here from Bill Harris Arena. This basketball game tonight, Kentucky State and the Lady Lions of Paine College, the winner of this ball game advancing to the quarterfinal round on Thursday. And they'll meet the Lady Golden Rams of Albany State in that ball game, the winner of this contest. Quarterfinals that are already set on the women's side. Clark Atlanta and meet Miles. That ball game to come your way tomorrow here from the Harris Arena. And tomorrow as well, it'll be the Lady Marauders of Central State and Benedict playing in quarterfinal play. And then the other side of the bracket, it'll be Claflin University and the winner of Claflin Lane going in against Lemoyne Owen. And that one's already been settled. The Lady Panthers of Claflin will meet the Lady Magicians of Lemoyne Owens in quarterfinal play. So that'll get you set for quarterfinal action. We'll fill out the final part of the puzzle as this ball game concludes, and we'll know which of these teams will advance. Thoroughbreds out of Frankfort, Kentucky, and the Lady Lions out of Augusta, Georgia. 5 ball games on tap for you today. We've gotten through 3 of them already. This one and one more to follow. Terrence Slater, the head coach of the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State in his second season, led them to a 9-17 mark this season, and 8-10 overall. Thoroughbreds, one of the teams that normally contends for the SIAC title, as we have the same problem that we've had here earlier in the arena. The score clock to our right, just above the scoreboard, is out, and at this stage they're hoping they can get some of the electricians to come back and take a look at it. While they tend to that, we'll step out and take a break and bring you more here from the Bill Harris Arena in the SIAC tournament after this time out on HBCU Game Day.
Quincy January, senior from St. Augustine's University, power forward, sport management major from Louisville, Georgia.
Christian Kirchman, I'm point guard here at Smith, and I'm from Roanoke, Virginia.
Robert Davis, shooting guard here at Johnson C. Smith University. I'm from West Friendship, Maryland.
Ramir Bellfield. I was born and raised in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. And I'm here shooting guard, senior at Livingstone.
We real competitive, man.
Yeah. Competitive with each other,
yeah. One-on-one shooting games.
You can't beat me in nothing.
Yeah. Don't let them fool you out here, man.
The one thing that I'm for sure going to say is that we want to see our win a championship. That's my main focus. So that's the one thing that I can always carry over with me because they can't take that away from me.
Everything you try to hide behind during the season, it comes out at the tournament. So if you're a dog, you can be a dog. If you pretend to be a dog, you can show up the biggest cat in that arena. So I'm ready to see what them dogs are.
Second round of technical issues behind us as they get the clock back in play to our right. And we're set to resume basketball action. 5-1 lead for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State over the Lady Lions of Paine College, just underway here in opening round play in the SIAC. Out front, Lady Panthers with the basketball, the Lady Lions with the basketball. They'll work it right side. That's Green behind the arc. 9 seconds to shoot for Paine College. They got it on the inside, and Taylor Borum with the basket on the inside. Borum at 6'1", a freshman from Atlanta, Georgia, with her first 2 of the ball game. Now Kilgo out front. She hits the basket, and she drew the foul from Zanae Green. So Kilgo, the junior from Detroit, Michigan, will be at the line trying to convert on a 3-point play. 8:02 left, first quarter. It's Kilgore to shoot here. Kilgore on the season, just 47% from the free throw line. Rattled, and she got the free throw there. So it's a 9-3 lead there for the Thoroughbreds. Back the other way. Asia Timmons up top. They try to dump it down low inside to Pedrica Bain. Back out front for threes, and A. Green hit the back of the iron with that shot. Thoroughbreds pushing it back the other way, and out front with the jumpers, Winter Webb. She hit on the three-pointer earlier, missed there. Fresh set of 30 seconds for the Thoroughbreds, though, as they got the rebound backside. Down low, they try to dump it at the block. They got it there to Jordan Campbell. Campbell to the rack, missed on the shot there. Lady Lions coming back the other way after the missed shot by the Thoroughbreds. Right corner, they try to get it over there to Green, and they toss it out of bounds. So the turnover gives the basketball back over to the Thoroughbreds. Turnover number 2 for the Lady Lions of Paine College. Keandra Archie on the floor now for the Lady Lions. And Tania Ward, the sophomore from Jessup, Georgia, out on the floor for Coach Willie Adams and Paine as well. Right side across the timeline, that's Winter Webb with the basketball. Down low at the block, they got it there to Brooke Wallace. Now they throw it away and back the other way. Lady Lions trying to give chase, but it's chased down by the Thoroughbreds, who will come back the other way. Shot clock didn't reset, now it does on the exchange. With whistles, and the officials are going to stop play here. And it looks like they should have kept that play going instead of resetting that shot clock. Basketball did not touch the cylinder. It was tapped in the front court and went into the back court. As they untangle from the scorer's table, and they'll put it at 10. Officials for tonight's ball game, Betty Parks, Terrell Johnson, and Sandra Jones. And they got it at 10. Thoroughbreds have that to shoot. Campbell, no problem with that. Foul line extended, easy jumper for her. 11-3 after Campbell's jumper. And Campbell with 4 points early here in this first period of play. Paine, half-court set now. They trail 11-3. And a whistle on the inside, and a foul going to be called on the penetration. They call the foul on Zaria Kilgo, the senior. And it'll be Timmons to inbound it on a non-shooting foul for the Lady Lions. Bounce pass on the inside, tried to get it to Archie there, and a whistle inside. So another foul for the Thoroughbreds on the end of the floor there. They called that one on Brooke Wallace, the junior from Oberlin, Ohio. Wallace, a transfer into Kentucky State from Wayne State University. And at the line, Keandra Archie, the freshman from Eastover, South Carolina, with the first free throw. And she knocks that one down for the Lady Lions. Archie for the second of 2. Same result, good form by her at the free throw line. 11-5 lead. Thoroughbreds with the lead and the basketball. Right side, Winter behind the arc. Down at the block now, Wallace. Wallace through the floor on a bounce pass. Kilgo with the jumper, left corner, missed on the shot. Lady Lions clear, and they come back the other way, pushing the basketball. Right corner on the move, stop and pop there by Tania Ward. Her shot's off the mark. So Thoroughbreds now with a 11-5 lead, and we're under 6 minutes left in this first period. Right side Kilgo down at the block. Brooke Wallace tied up at the base and a whistle. They call that foul on Keandra Archie, and Archie picks up her first, and it'll be Brooke Wallace, the junior, shooting here from the line for Kentucky State. Wallace from the line with the first free throw, hit the front of the iron. 11-5 lead for the Thoroughbreds. As Paine comes back out on the floor now for the Lady Lions. She replaces Taylor Borum in their lineup. So Wallace for the second of two. Rattled the second one good. So it's a 12-5 lead now for the Thoroughbreds. Paine back the other way. Behind the arc and on the move is Ward. Now up top of the key to Timmons. Timmons circles right side, pushes back to Ward behind the arc, head fake by her, and they get her for the travel. So the turnover there by the Lady Lions, that's their third of this first period of play. And the basketball back over to Kentucky State. Thoroughbreds in the backcourt. Lady Lions applying full court pressure. Up the floor now, Campbell over to Wallace, and Wallace got the lay-in. Nice open floor play there for the Thoroughbreds, breaking that press by the Lions and working the basketball across the floor for the lay-in. They extend their lead to 14-5. Right side behind the arc, Archie. Dumps it inside to Baine. Baine turns to the rack, left the shot short. Rebound, Thoroughbreds. Teams met one time during the course of the season. That was a basketball at Paine College. Thoroughbreds won that one by 2 points, 69-67. Shot there by Rizzi is off the mark, and a whistle inside. So we go back the other way. But we'll do that after this timeout. 4:44 remains first period, 14-5 lead for the Thoroughbreds over the Lady Lions. Back after the break. Live in Bill Harris Arena, the Cosplex here in Birmingham, Alabama. Timeout. Thoroughbreds leading it 14-5. Opening round play of the SIAC tournament. Second day of activity. Thoroughbreds lead 14-5, and the Lady Lions trailing with the basketball. They work it across the floor. Ward on a weave now. That's going to be Timmons handling it. And back out front they come now to Zane Green. They dump it down low across the lane underneath. Shot by Baine is off the mark. Had a good spread across the lane, just missed on the lay-in. Thoroughbreds now, 4:16 left first period. They work at the Jordan Campbell left post on the weave. That's Winter Green to the rack, missed on the lay-in, but the rebound backside Brooke Wallace, and she's there for the putback. So Wallace got that basket right side, and Wallace now with 5 points in this first period of play. Out front with a three-point shot and ring that one good for Keandra Archie. He said that Green, the PA said that it was Green had the shot, but it was Archie getting credit, and it was Archie shooting that basketball for three. Rizzi answers the senior with a penetration inside the lane, and she got an easy lay-in. 18-8, the lead by the Thoroughbreds up to 10 now. Sliding on the inside and a whistle on the play. Good call there by the official. Asia Timmons on the travel violation. So that's turnover number 4. As Ashley Washington, the 5'5" senior from Austin, Texas, comes back out on the floor for Coach Willie Adams and the Lady Lions of Paine College. Hard push left side, stopping with the jumper is Kilgo, and that shot was off the mark. Lady Lions want to push. They come up right side, sliding all the way through the rack and trying to bank it home. Shots off the mark by Washington. Rizzi going to go back the other way for the Thoroughbreds now, caught up and fouled in the front court. It'll either be Tania Ward or Ashley Washington guilty of the foul.
Foul number 11, Ashley Washington.
And it'll be Washington that gets nabs. That's her first. Kalia Herbert on the floor now for the Thoroughbreds. Herbert surveys, gives it to Campbell. They push it back out front. Now right corner, Herbert with the three-point shot. Spinner is off the mark by Herbert. Rebound fought for on the inside. Campbell had it, and she was fouled. Another substitution in the lineup now for Terrence Slater. Erica Jones, the freshman from South Haven, Mississippi, onto the floor. They try to work it inside. They got it down at the block underneath. Herbert can't convert on it, but the rebound comes clear to Kilgo, and on her putback, she's fouled. She'll be at the line. So Kilgo to shoot here. And a timeout taken by Coach Green at Willie Adams and the Lions of Paine College. 2:36 remains, first period. We'll take a break here on HBCU Game Day. Back live inside the Bill Harris Arena after the timeout. It'll be Zaria Kilgo at the line shooting for the Thoroughbreds. They lead it by 10. The first free throw by Kilgo is off the mark. Thoroughbreds, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Now 1 of 3. And now they go 2 of 4 as Kilgo connects on the second of 2. 19-8 after that free throw. Thoroughbreds with the lead. Timmons behind the arc left side for the Lady Lions. Now back up front, that's Washington. Washington across the floor to Ward. They push pass it down in the corner, firing a three-pointer and rattling good there for the Lady Lions is Asia Timmons with that basket. Back the other way, whistles on the play. Herbert's going to be guilty of the travel violation. So turnover number 3 for the Thoroughbreds. Gives the basketball back over to Paine College. Paine cutting into that lead, can do so even more here this trip down the floor, trailing at 19-11. Ward out front. Now down at the block, they give it to Bain, and Bain turns with a soft jumper from there and knocks it down. So make it 19-13 after the foul line extended jumper by Bain. Thoroughbreds still lead it. They're in a half-court set. Campbell pushes down in the corner with the pass to Jones. Now across the floor to Rizzi. And behind the arc now. Thoroughbreds push it on the inside to the rack, and they got an easy lay-in there by Erica Jones. So good patient passing there by the Thoroughbreds pays off. Jones gets her first 2 of the ball game and takes the Thoroughbred lead up to 21-13. From behind the arc, Timmons for 3, left it on the front of the cylinder. Whistles and a foul call down low. We'll call that foul against Taylor Borum, the freshman for the Lady Lions.
I'm just going to hop on here. This is Toby Durham from Raleigh, filling in for Tali Carr for the moment. I'm here behind the scenes, watching the Kentucky State and Paine game. First it was watch this free throw.
From the line, shooting the free throw. It's going to be Kalia Herbert, the freshman from Crete, Illinois, and she connects on the first. As Winter Webb makes it back out on the floor for the Thoroughbreds, she'll replace Zaria Kilgo in their lineup.
I've always wanted to go to Chicago.
Well, you still have a lot of opportunities to do that, Toby. Can't leave after this game, though.
No.
A couple more here.
Yeah.
Right corner on the move there. It's Borum whistles on that penetration. They'll count that basket, and that will send her to the line.
I like the way that she took the contact and didn't let it stop her, and she followed through.
Borum with a good job there at the baseline. 62 seconds left, first period. Borum to shoot here. Converted on the lay-in.
Foul number 25, Erica Jones, 1 shot for Borum.
I want to apologize to the audience. I don't have any trivia ready.
Well, I think we got enough from Tolly to last us for a couple of days in the tournament. So Borum connects on the free throw there and makes a three-point play. So it's 23-16, under a minute remaining in the first period, and a whistle down low on the Thoroughbred end of the floor as Jones was fouled trying to get it to the rack.
Charles, following the record of Paine coming into this tournament, how do you keep the morale up?
A good question. At 1-23, and as we talked about on it off air, everybody in the SIAC gets a chance to go to the tournament. That's what you got to do. You got to look more ahead than behind because you already know what you did in the regular season. Now you have an opportunity to correct things, and you see if you can come in here and knock somebody out, get deep into the tournament. And, you know, it won't be far-fetched to say at least have everybody prepared mentally to think that they can win it.
Right. And I hope they have enough juice to last to at least taste some of the March Madness.
Indeed. Lady Lions now Ward in the left corner. They've got 16 to shoot. They trail it 25-16. Behind the arc, firing a three-pointer. That shot's off the mark by Washington. Thoroughbreds come back the other way. Erica Jones gets credit for that rebound. About a 3-second differential between game and shot clock as Herbert backpedals near the mid-stripe. They're going to try to play it down and run as much clock off of as they can before the shot, screening at the wings. And he throws it. She throws it right over the Timmons, and the Lady Lions come back the other way. Timmons underneath, the spinners off the mark by her, but it's almost tapped in by Shay Taylor for the Thoroughbreds on the Lady Lion end of the floor.
Well, I tell you, I like Payne's aggressiveness on that steal right there. They're not letting Kentucky State take too much. They're going to give them the best fight that they have tonight.
4 seconds left, first period. Winter Webb tosses one out there, but well short of the center. So at the end of the first quarter, it's a 25-16 lead for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State over the Lady Lions of Paine College. We'll take a break here. The SIAC Basketball Tournament continues on HBCU Game Day Live. We are back live in the Bill Harris Arena, getting set to go in the second period action. Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State, Lady Lions of Paine College, opening round action of the SIAC Basketball Tournament. Second period with the Thoroughbreds leading at 25-16. Lady Lions half-court set. That's Timmons behind the arc. 2-3 defense for the Thoroughbreds. Ward surveys, gives it back Washington. Entry pass, batted away, and turnover to the Thoroughbreds. They were trying to get it inside. The Lady Lions were to Pedria Bain on the inside. Back on the other side of the floor, that's Rizzi, left side, and she got an easy lay-in for the Thoroughbreds. So they extend their lead, 27-16. Lady Lions work it over to Ward. Down at the block, they work it on the inside and whistles as Taylor Borum had it on the inside, and she was fouled. So Borum will shoot here for the Lady Lions. Borum with 5 points in this first half of play. 2 of 2 from the floor with 1 free throw.
Charles, Paine might want to stop that dribble penetration of Kentucky State.
Hadn't really had a real answer for the Thoroughbreds being able to penetrate deep on their half-court set. Floater in the left corner by Tania Ward, and Ward gets her first 2 of the ball game. And the Lady Lions cut that Thoroughbred lead, 27-18. 9:03 left first half. Out front, Brooke Wallace. Hard move by her right side. And a lane violation there by the Thoroughbreds on the inside. We'll see if they do what you talked about, Toby, if on the next defensive set, if they can find some kind of defensive scheme to stop the Thoroughbreds from getting so deep down low inside the paint. Team like that, you really want to make them beat you from the outside and see what they do from the floor at the perimeter.
I would really want Kentucky State to settle for more low percentage shots than the higher percentage shots close to the basket.
Inside traffic, they try to get it there to Borum, but they throw the basketball away. Turnover number 8 there for the Lady Lions. Wallace missed on the easy shot left side for the Thoroughbreds. Game that was played in January was just a 2-point differential with the Thoroughbreds winning it. Right now with a 27-18 lead. Washington with the jump shot right side. She left it short. Thoroughbreds come back the other way. That basketball game, of course, played on the Paine College campus, so that home environment likely had something to do with that.
Yes.
But here in a neutral setting and a whistle, and we're going back the other way.
That'll help Paine's cause.
I think they call that foul away from the basketball. It'll be the Lady Lions basketball. Not sure who they made that call on, but it was against the Thoroughbreds. So Washington across the timeline now. Works it to Ward behind the arc left side. 8 minutes left first half. Out front, Archie, she surveys. Tried to dump it down low in paint. They went there last time down the floor. Borum with the catch and shoot there, but not able to collect on the shot. A steal by Ward in the backcourt. She'll raise with the jumper and miss that backside. Kilgo now handles for the Thoroughbreds. And she'll push it left side, Rizzi.
2 missed opportunities for the Lions, Lady Lions right there.
Had a good look on the inside with Borum not able to finish. But Wallace with a good look right side of the cylinder for the Thoroughbreds, and she is able to finish for them.
The Thoroughbreds, it'll show them how to finish.
Make it 29-18 after the basket by Wallace. And Wallace now with 7 points in this first half. Another turnover there by the Lady Lions. Rizzi, right side behind the arc. Now back out front, Kilgo. 7:04 left in this first half of play. At the block, they go to Wallace. Out front, foul unextended. That's Campbell with the jumper. Missed it there. Not very contested by the Lady Lions, just missed a shot.
No, wide open shot.
Wallace trying to dump it on the transition down low to Bain, but threw it high. Thoroughbreds tap it and knock it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Lions.
Neither team has a very deep bench, so fatigue probably will be a factor in the next couple of minutes.
Excellent call on that, Toby. Did you just look over there and see that?
Look mighty thin over there.
Always a sign. Nobody got left in the locker room. That's
Nobody got left in the locker room.
Shot by Bain is short of the mark. Thoroughbred's coming back the other way now. They give it on the push inside Wallace, and she's going to be fouled there. Asia Timmons grabbing her on the left arm. Wallace not able to convert that basket, but she'll be at the free throw line shooting.
Yeah, Paine's having to stop Kentucky State from getting to the basket. Kentucky State's really trying to get to the basket anytime they want to, and Paine's not really stopping them too much.
Brooke Wallace at 6'2", the height advantage to the Thoroughbreds clear in terms of the roster. And Wallace able to maneuver on the inside. She's got good agility as a taller player for the Thoroughbreds, working away and got that first free throw after being fouled. 30-18, Thoroughbreds with the lead. Wallace for the second of 2 and got that as well. So Wallace in his first half are up to 9 points. Lady Lions, half-court set, out front now, that's Timmons. Washington looks, we're at 6:20 left first half. They try to dump it low inside. Wallace over the back this time, trying to defend against Pedrica Paine for the Lady Lions.
If Paine doesn't make a stop here soon, this lead is going to get deeper than Floyd Mayweather's pockets.
I think he has got some deep ones. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And this lead's about to get deep.
I would hate to see the lead get that deep.
They got to make a run. They got to make a stop to the bleeding.
So can we do something like for every 1 point the lead gets larger, it's like $1 million for Floyd Mayweather's pocket?
I like it. I like it. We're talking money now. I like it. I like it.
We're at the 6-minute mark here in the first half. And at the line, Brittany Rizzi, the senior from Bedford, Indiana, shooting for the Thoroughbreds, and she connects on the first free throw. And back out on the floor now for the Thoroughbreds, Shay Taylor. Taylor, the junior from Bellbrook, Ohio. She'll replace Brooke Wallace in the lineup. Rizzi connects on both from the free throw line. Make it a 33-20 lead now for the Thoroughbreds. Washington across the timeline, works it right side Ward. They push it on the inside to Archie. Archie to the rack, shot an air ball there. But the turnover gives it back to the Lady Lions. Ward's shot near the foul line's off the mark. And they get yet another opportunity after the rebound on the inside by Archie. And finally a 3-second call against the Lady Lions. So the basketball headed back to the Thoroughbred end of the floor, with them leading it 33-20. And we're at 5:37 left in first half basketball. It's open round play with the Thoroughbreds and the Lady Lions.
The Lady Lions have had plenty of opportunities on their offensive end. They just got to make the most of them.
Kilgo misses on that shot there for the Thoroughbreds. We go back the other way now. Washington pushes back out front. That's Timmons free for three. Back of the iron on that shot. Basketball tapped around. Lady Lions with another look. Now inside, whistles as Timmons fights toward the rack for the Lady Lions. Pretty aggressive half-court set there for the Lady Lions.
Yeah.
He's getting a couple of shots at that basket.
It's good to see that the Pride has a little fight in them.
5:10 left. First half play. Timmons shooting from the line. Timmons 3 points in the first half, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. And she converts on the first. Timmons good with both from the line. Make it 33-22 now. Lead for the Thoroughbreds at 11. With 5:08 left, Toby, you certainly would think that the Lady Lions, if they can make a hard push here and get to a single-digit deficit before the halftime, they'd be happy with that.
To have that momentum going into the locker room at the half would be more big for the Lady Lions right now.
Kilgo behind the arc at the block now. Campbell with some good work at the right sideline, and she got the lay-in.
Truthfully, any momentum right now would be good for the Lady
Sure.
Lions.
Campbell with her 6th point of this first half. Out front, turn on the jumper there. Nicely done
Nice
there
shot.
by Pedrica Paine.
Nice
So
shot by
Paine
Miss
with a
Paine.
good job on the turn. And a good entry feed pass there for Keandra Archie as well. Campbell, left block for the Thoroughbreds. Now bounces out front, almost threw it away. Kilgo regains. Now Campbell, right side, pushes an easy shot, lay in right side after the defense had gotten kind of out front there for Paine. Paine really kind of going to transition on that, and they left the basketball behind them.
Yeah, the defense broke down, and they just couldn't get back to recover in time.
Offensive foul going to be called there on Ashley Washington as she tried to penetrate left side for the Lady Lions. We go back the other way now. With 4:01 left in the first half, 37-24 Thoroughbreds lead. Let's take out for break here as well. HBCU Game Day's coverage of the 2018 SIAC Basketball Tournament continues. After the timeout in the Bill Harris Arena, 2018 SIAC Basketball Tournament, women's action on the floor. Lady Lions of Paine College and the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State University. Thoroughbreds with a 37-24 lead now. They'll have it in a half-court set. Left flank, Rizzi with the basketball. Ward with that defensive assignment. Lady Lions going woman-on-woman defense now. Left block. Shot there by Shea Taylor. Nicely done by her. Got the basket and she drew a foul. So Taylor with the basket. She'll be going to the free throw line to shoot. Taylor with limited play for the Thoroughbreds during the course of the season. 18% from the free throw line, just 17 attempts by her. She missed on the free throw there. Went to Webb with that rebound, and she missed on a putback. So the Lady Lions back the other way. Ward pushes up top with the pass now. That's Archie for three, and she drains it for the Lady Lions. That will help them if they can start hitting from the perimeter. 39-27, Thoroughbreds lead it. They have it half-court set. Taylor on the weave. Works inside the paint, one-on-one against Baine. Whistles on the play and travel violation by Taylor. Basketball over to Paine College. Turnover number 8 there for the Thoroughbreds. As Markel Thompson, the junior from Pompano Beach, Florida, on the floor, handles out front. Right side to the rack now. Back out front, head fake and the jumper there. Nicely done by Baine again. So Baine starting to come alive from the floor. 2 trips down the floor, she's converted on baskets. The lead now to 10 for the Thoroughbreds. Campbell to the rack, whistles on that play. Baine was trailing and they'll get her for the foul. So Jordan Campbell, the junior for Kentucky State, transferred into their program from the University of Evansville from Montgomery, Illinois. She'll be at the line shooting. Campbell with 8 points in the ball game. First 3 free throw attempts for her, and she knocks down the first. Out on the floor now for the Lady Lions. Taylor Borum coming back out. Rizzi takes a seat for the Thoroughbreds, and Winter Webb back out on the floor. 2:46 remains first half. Campbell, the second of 2 here. Got that second push free throw to fall as well. So Campbell up to 9 points in the ball game. Lady Lions now. Inside the paint to the rack. Shot's going to be off by Timmons, and Timmons going to be guilty of the offensive foul there. So Timmons picks up her third, and she will depart the basketball game as Zanae Green, the sophomore from Irmo, South Carolina, makes it back out onto the floor. 2:35 left first half. Kilgo works it half-court set for the Thoroughbreds. They're trying to work it down low there if they can to Taylor. On the weave with the basketball is Herbert. Herbert works it right side, bumping, banks it, missed on the shot. Basketball over the Lady Lions. They'll come back the other way with Archie handling across the timeline. Up top now. Thompson. And across the floor they go to Ward. Ward swings it right side to Borum. Borum behind the arc. She'll push it right side in the paint to the rack. Contact, but no foul there. Shots off the mark by Borum, and the Thoroughbreds come back the other way. Webb pushes left side, floater by her, and nicely done by Winter Webb, the freshman from Beaufort, Georgia. 1:43 remains in the first half, and a timeout taken by the Lady Lions of Paine College. Coach Willie Adams, with 1:43 left in this first half, took the timeout there. It's one of those timeouts, I think it's a 30 that if you don't burn it, you lose it going into the second half. So he took it there with the Lady Lions trailing at 43-29. For the Lady Lions of Paine College, they're 10 of 26 shooting from the floor. Have a replay there on this set down the floor as Winter Webb on that penetration left side. Nicely done by her at the baseline with a right-hand floater to get that basket for the Thoroughbreds. .140, 143. 143 left first half. Lady Lions with the basketball. And it's Thompson across the timeline. Ward handles, they push it back out front. Three-point shot there by Archie is off the mark. Thoroughbreds clear that rebound and they come back the other way. They lead it 43-29. Rizzi backpedals near the mid-stripe with a minute 20 left first half. Right post, Brooke Wallace back out on the floor. She'll give it back to Rizzi. Hard push by Rizzi. Left side, left it short, but she drew the foul on a penetration to the rack. 71 seconds remains first half now. Rizzi going to be shooting from the line. Rizzi with the first free throw is good. One thing we're noticing right off the bat in this first 2 quarters of play is that the Thoroughbreds are a good free throw shooting team. Rizzi for the second. She gets them both from the line. Lady Lions now. Half-court set, trailing at 45-29. And on an underneath move, nicely done. Lady Lions with the basket. Half-court set for the Thoroughbreds now. Whistles down low. Campbell's fouled. She will go to the free throw line once again for the Thoroughbreds to shoot here. Jordan Campbell shooting 2. Good on the first free throw. Campbell for the second now, trying to extend that Thoroughbred lead, and she does so from the line. That one spins around and stays good for her. So make it 47-31. Thoroughbreds with the lead. Half-court set for the Lady Lions with 35 on the game clock at the rack now. Borum trying to power that one up. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line. So Borum to shoot here with 31 seconds left first half, 47-31. Lady Lions trailing. Borum good on that first free throw. Shea Taylor back out on the floor for the Thoroughbreds now. She replaces Wallace just before the intermission. Borum for the second, left that one on the front of the iron. Taylor collects that rebound, and the Thoroughbreds going back the other way now.
Okay, Charles, I'm back.
Glad to have you.
Thank you, sir. I forgot to change the camera view a couple times.
No, you're doing some double duty, helping out in this late basketball game on air and still working with production.
Yes, sir.
Across the floor now, Rizzi with 10 seconds left first half. The whistles and a foul away from the basketball. So we go back the other way with an opportunity now for the Lady Lions to close out this first half with a bucket.
If Paine can find a way to get back in this game, Kentucky State can't give them opportunities.
Right side in the corner with the jumper, rattled and it was missed. Had a good look there from Archie. Archie not able to convert. So we go to the intermission, and at the break, it's a 47-32 lead for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State over the Lady Lions of Paine College. We're live at the 2018 SIAC Basketball Championship. We'll step out for a break and back with more on HBCU Game Day.
On the field, behind the basket, in the press box, bringing you HBCU sports like you've never seen it before. Anyone who has ever been to a sporting event at an HBCU knows that it is just that, an event. The band, the cheerleaders, it's a complete show. The game day experience at HBCUs is truly unique. No media outlet does a better job at capturing that experience than HBCU Game Day.
From there, it was just an instant classic. It was a great basketball game.
Follow us online at hbcugameday.com, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also find us on Fire TV, Roku, and YouTube. Just do a keyword search, HBCU Game Day. We are leading the conversation on sports culture at HBCUs. We are HBCU Game Day.
We are back live inside the Bill Harris Arena. Third period action here, women's contest. Open round, second day of activity. Lady Lions of Paine College and the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Thoroughbreds leading it as we start the third, 47-32. Charles Ward, Tolly Carr back here near the court side. And thanks to Toby Durham for standing in for Tolly while he was working some cameras.
You know, Raleigh looks out for Raleigh, man.
Okay, well, that's all right. I got nothing. I can't interfere with that. There's no space in between the two of you. So.
Hey, look, we have an efficient operation here. I had to do a little technical behind-the-scenes work to keep everything flowing, but.
Listen, I'm just glad to be here with you guys, and really had a chance to see how you guys put this production together and what Toby's done as it relates to just the equipment. And actually told me that a portion of this equipment, and we should probably do a Facebook or something on that, showing this piece of equipment that he built here right at courtside. I asked him, I said, "Are you an engineer?" He said, "No, I'm just a guy with a lot of time on my hands." So.
I'm going to have to call his wife about that. You're not keeping him busy enough over there.
And I forgot what you call that thing, the rig. So.
Oh, look, man, that thing's like it's about the size of my dorm refrigerator back in the day.
Sure,
and he can bring up some software that tells him the temperature that it's operating at. And I don't even like to touch it when we set up, man. I don't want my fingerprints on it. I don't want to damage it. We're operating at the CPU is at 48 degrees Celsius right now if you're keeping score at home.
Zade Green there with a bank shot way off the top of the glass to connect there and make it 49-38 with that basket. And in all seriousness, just for the 2 days we've been here, it's been a lot of fun. HBCU Game Day doing a good job of covering this tournament from a technical perspective.
All right, got to give a attaboy to Charles Ward on the call. You've kept the throat lozenge companies in business here this week in Birmingham.
No question. And more to come. Thoroughbreds there to the floor. They work it inside nicely. That's Winter Webb with the basket left side.
And a rich history in the SIAC for Kentucky State historically. They've had some pretty good programs in the past. Their athletic director is a basketball champion in his days past at Kentucky State.
Indeed, you're right. They have been one of the stellar programs, certainly as it relates to women's basketball, for sure. Always in contention, year in and year out. Very dominant in the West, particularly, and in tournament play. Half court set by them. It'll be Kilgo inbounding the basketball right of the cylinder. Terrence Slater, the second-year coach at Kentucky State, whistles and a 5-second violation there by the Thoroughbreds. And the Lady Lions will have the basketball. Another dose of Kentucky State basketball coming your way in the nightcap after this contest. It'll be the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State tangling with the Golden Rams of Albany State in men's action to close out the day. Inside the paint, the floater by Archie short of the rack. No whistles. Now there's one as the basketball trickles out of bounds, and it will go back to the Thoroughbreds.
Yep, when we go to Albany State, we might get the best dressed coach in the SIAC. Boy, that Blazer collection coming out of Albany State is something else.
Got it actually on one of the highlight reels where you see Coach Michael Moore on the screen with a blazer. I think it's a double-breasted style blazer. A coat of many colors for Coach Michael Moore. Saw him at the Morehouse basketball game just before the season ended. They were on part of the late schedule for the Maroon Tigers. And I thought that Coach Moore had actually tamed his dressing down a bit. He was very moderately dressed in that basketball game. But we'll see if he breaks out anything different here inside the SIAC tournament. As if you don't know, it has a rich tradition and legacy of finely dressing as a head coach now at Albany State, formerly at Fort Valley State University. Players back out on the floor.
We were talking about the history of Kentucky State. Russell Wilson, a name that we know very well. His grandfather, Harrison Jr., was a multi-sport star at Kentucky State. before going on to coach basketball at Jackson State and then becoming the president at Norfolk State.
Good piece of information there. I think I heard at least a part of that story. Leaning back in on the right side.
I've always heard the president at Norfolk State part. I didn't know the history before that of Russell Wilson's grandfather.
Yeah, I think I knew that part from the KSU side of it. So between the two of us,
we put it all together. There you go. Yeah, Russell out of Richmond, Virginia.
Jones converts on the three-point play after hitting the lay-in and the free throw. 54-38.
Saw Russell on SportsCenter this morning before I left the room. He was taking some batting practice with down in spring training with somebody.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he was a baseball player in college.
No doubt about it. I heard he had option of going either way.
Yeah, that's what got him out of NC State. They didn't know, are you going to play football? Are you going to play baseball? So they went another direction. He ends up at Wisconsin one more year, and the rest is history.
Indeed it is.
Including the coach who told them to get going.
Probably part of the early history, wasn't it? One of the first ones to be gone. Inside Wallace's foul, Campbell's foul, and she will go back to the free throw line.
Yeah, Russell Wilson at quarterback. Nah, we don't want that.
What does that sound like, right? You can't play that.
Give me Mike Glennon for 4,000, Alex.
And an early retirement. Campbell gets the first free throw. Don't have her showing on the roster right now in terms of the active stats. They'll likely stick her in there in a second. Campbell doing a good job from the free throw line. I know she's perfect on the night, has not missed from there. Half court set now for the Lady Lions. They trail it 56-38, 6:43 left third period. Across the floor now, that's Thompson on the move. Whistle on the play, and a foul at the block.
Thought we might have saw some steps there.
So did I. That's what I thought the call was going to be.
Sometimes those calls can go either way, a foul and a travel. They can happen concurrently, but taster's choice.
So side out now for the Lady Lions, or right of the cylinder, as Ward tries to inbound the basketball. It's knocked away.
I'd like to thank folks who've been hanging with us all day on social media, on Fire TV, on YouTube, at hbcugameday.com as we continue to bring you this exclusive live coverage of the 2018 SIAC Tournament.
Well, it has been a long day. Certainly thank you all for hanging in there with us. Outside the arc. Lions, they push it inside. Shot at the cylinder by Zanae Green. That's off the mark. Ritzy had it stolen away by Ward. Ward to the rack. Missed on the bank shot. And now it's Kilgo coming up the floor. Rizzi for three, way outside, missed on that shot. Back the other way now. Ward dumps it down at the right block and underneath, way underneath the basket. Archie not able to get it afloat because she's too deep.
Oh, look at that. I love that shot there, man. You get to see all that action up close.
Thoroughbreds back on a half-court set. Ward went for a steal, did not come away with it. Campbell at the block. Works it across the floor, over to Jones. Jones underneath, she'll get the basket, and she'll draw the foul. So Ward commits the foul. No correction, they're going to wave that off. Okay. So Jones wiped those points off the board. She will take a seat. .5:44 remains, third period. 56-38, Thoroughbreds with the lead and the basket, or the Lions with the basketball now. Spread kind of 2-3 defense there for the Thoroughbreds. They force the Lady Lions to connect from outside. Across the floor, that's Green for three. Rattles, and she missed.
In and out.
Rebounds cleared by Wallace. Pushing the basketball, Kilgo all the way through to the rack.
That was the Red Sea. All she saw was space and opportunities. Anybody going to stop me?
Well, they guarded it well for her. Ward picks up the loose basketball, goes back to Green for three. This time Green's on target from outside. So Green with 9 points in the basketball game after that 3-point shot.
All right, let's play our math game. Down to 15. Can we get 10?
Behind the arc, Webb.
Let's see where we are at the 2-minute mark here.
Wallace squares, had a good look. Foul line extended, missed, but the rebound to Campbell.
Oh, rejection.
Inside, and Wallace can't handle the pass.
Not in my house.
Nope.
Somebody's
Thompson.
open.
Thompson took the shot near the foul line, but she missed.
Janae Green was like, I'm open.
Kilgo out front. We go down to 4:13 left in the third. Left side Rizzi now. They try to dump it down low to Wallace. She's there, doubled and a foul. No, they get it for the travel.
Yep, she did the electric slide.
Turnover number 14 for the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. It comes right before a timeout. 4:02 remains third quarter. Will step out as well. Thoroughbreds 56, Lady Lions 41. Trailing at 56-41. 3:55 remains in the third period. Entry pass batted away and taken away by Rizzi and the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Paine now with 14 turnovers in the ball game. Thoroughbreds right behind them with 13. Webb, entry pass Wallace. She'll spin, double teamed, got it over to Kilgo and a whistle.
3 seconds is the call.
So turnover number 14 for the Thoroughbreds. And Paine with the basketball.
About 24 hours ago, we were bemoaning about 40 turnovers in the last game of the night. So it can always get worse.
Lady Lions 14 of 43 from the floor at 32%. Higher percentage for the Thoroughbreds.
NBA range, almost.
Janae Green not able to connect on the three-point shot.
Not shy about it, though.
Nope. Thoroughbreds at 17 of 35 shooting at 49% from the floor. Timmons to inbound it. Right side Washington. They push it back out front. Green, she'll hoist another three. This time she drops it from outside.
This just in, she can shoot from deep.
Green, 4 of 6 from behind the arc for the Lady Lions. Makes it a 56-44 ball game. Top of the key, Winter Webb. Right corner, trying to save it before going out of bounds is Herbert, but she's pushed at the sideline. Green, slight body contact there, and the call was made.
She gave the ref the mom look.
Yeah, how dare you.
Don't make me come back there.
Sure. Do that again.
Have to pull this car over.
2:46 left third. Winter Webb on the push left side, now back out front. Herbert, she'll slide through to the rack. Floater is off the mark. She'll be going to the free throw line now. So they call the foul on Murray, the freshman from Lawrenceville, Georgia, for the Lady Lions. That's her first.
Lawrenceville. We drive through Lawrenceville on the way to Birmingham off I-20. Is that Lawrenceville?
You're going the long way if you do. I guess you could, but
one of those villes. I'm still getting my Georgia geography down pat.
Douglasville, you do.
Douglasville, maybe it's Douglasville.
Yeah, I know, because that's where I live.
No, there you go. Douglas, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Frankville, Flintstone.
Sure.
All
Renaissance, yeah.
All those places.
3-point shot there. This one by Timmons is short, but a good putback on the backside by Murray. She missed on that one and got a rebound, and she was fouled on that putback. So non-shooting foul. It'll be the Lady Lions inbounding it right of their cylinder.
You know, we had only one side bet today, which I won. Earlier today, I predicted that Kendarius Ash would pull down 22 rebounds. Anybody up for double or nothing before the night's over?
Well, you didn't actually win. What did he do? 21? Or did he? He had 22.
He had 22.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I hit it right on the head.
Okay, so Toby's still going to stand good on the bet. I mean, equipment's still here. You know, got another game. You knocked yourself out.
I mean, anytime you think you guys can beat me.
Redeem?
Yeah.
Well, we can find something doing the.
Nothing but space and opportunity here. Oh, yeah. Way to go out on a.
Yeah, well, you're way out there, Toby. A minute 55 remains in the third. 57-44 Thoroughbreds with the lead.
Hey, if you're big on souvenirs, you can get your official SIAC championship program at the SIAC.com. You can look back on those in years to come and say, hey, I was there. I remember that.
You have to go online to get those, though, don't you?
Yeah, SIAC.com, right there. It's the way of the world. I read something the other day where Amazon's giving Walmart all sorts of trouble, man. People.
Yeah, that's not any new news. They have been killing them the last couple of years, getting even more progressive about it last year.
Look, man, I'm a country boy. Going to the store was like a social event for me.
Yeah.
Grandma, we're going to the store? Wait, let me go put my church clothes on. We're going to town.
That's it.
Now you just go to Amazon.
Yeah, you have to change your pajamas. Basket's going to count there for the Lady Lions. Taylor going to be guilty of the block. So it'll send Asia Timmons to the line for the Lady Lions shooting here. Trying to cut into that Thoroughbred lead. Timmons good on the basket and the free throw. Right block, that's Campbell with the basketball to Rizzi for three. Rizzi drains it for the Thoroughbreds.
Rizzi is Drizzy.
Rizzi with 11, 4 of 4 from the free throw line and her first three-pointer of the ball game. We're at 60 seconds left in the third. Behind the arc, that's Washington. Up top now with the pass, Green. Right corner, Timmons on the move, in traffic, and knocked hard there at the baseline.
Yeah.
Taylor standing in the way. But it'll go against Campbell, the junior. So Timmons, the junior from Norfolk, Virginia, to the line.
Oh boy, me and Toby know about Norfolk. Man, we've done some bowling up in the Tidewater area for a few years. Boy, we've done everything. We've done some volleyball, some bowling. And they might have a pinochle tournament. Me and Toby will be there.
That, huh? Let's get the right angle on this. Less than a minute remains here in the third.
If they keep score, we'll be there. Yeah, baseball, softball.
Rizzi again for three. This one the back of the iron. Ward had a look at the rebound, but Taylor took it away. Right corner, Herbert up top now. That's Kilgo. Her shot's off the mark. 27 seconds left in the third period. Washington, quick step, left side. Pushed it back in the corner there for Timmons. She's on the move. Across the floor now, Ward handles. Foul line extended. The lefty with the jumper. Can't get it to fall. 10 to shoot now before the period expires. Rizzi's free for three. Rizzi drains the three.
Yeah, Rizzi's got a little swagger out there now after hitting a few of those, and all celebrations along the Kentucky State sideline.
Into three, 65-49. Thoroughbreds with the lead. Lady Lions playing catch up. We'll see if they can. We'll step out for a break and bring in the fourth quarter here from the SIAC tournament on HBCU Game Day Live. Fourth quarter action here from the Bill Harris Arena. Thoroughbreds with a 65-49 lead, trying to advance to the quarterfinals. Rizzi knocked down a three just before the buzzer. They have it in a half-court set, Thoroughbreds do. Now the Lady Lions will be going back the other way. Foul's going to be called on Campbell.
Hey, I'd like to say hello to Jamarcus Ezel, if that name sounds familiar. He's a pretty good quarterback for the SIAC Championship Tuskegee Golden Tigers. He sent us a direct message on Twitter earlier. We were asking about that dance. He said that is the shoe dance by Block Boy JB. I said that's the dance where the kids jump around on one leg and kind of kick the other leg, and they say, shoo, shoo, shoo.
So confirmation there by Marcus, huh?
Yeah, JMark15, appreciate you, brother, on Twitter. Setting the straight.
Outreach.
He can throw an out route and identify the latest dance.
My night is complete because we've identified that dance. So.
No closer to doing it.
Yeah, certainly not any closer.
But it does have a name, the shoe dance, S-H-O-O-H. Shoo, shoo.
$65-50. Thoroughbreds with the 15-point lead. Webb out front. She'll work it left side. Back to Rizzi behind the arc. Now 12 to shoot for Kentucky State. Rizzi on a give to Wallace in traffic. They almost throw it away in a whistle. Taylor had a hand on it. One of the Lady Lions going to be hit with a foul down here. They call it on Archie, as Archie picks up her third in this basketball game. Entry pass Taylor, doubled. Now pushes back out to Herbert. Herbert free with the jumper, shot it hard. Wallace gives chase, so does Ward. Basketball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Thoroughbreds, or the Thoroughbreds on their end of the floor.
Yeah, there's all these lines of demarcation between the female mascot, the male mascot.
Yeah.
Lady Thoroughbreds, not Thoroughbreds. I'm sure they have to clear that up a lot.
Yeah, kind of like the Tigerettes with Tuskegee.
Oh, no, the Golden Tiger. Lady Golden Tigerettes was the official call on that.
Kilgo missed, or Rizzi missed on the three, but down low. Good positioning there by Wallace. She drew a foul, so she will be at the free throw line with 8:41 remaining in the basketball game.
Hey, the Kentucky State cheer squad, they have been dancing all night long, with music, without music. They're burning some calories over there, man.
Well, that's what it takes.
They are not there to just sit still and look pretty. They have been moving all night.
And that's a good thing. They work just as hard as the players on the floor. Wallace good on the first.
Charles and I have been on our keisters for 5 straight games now.
Sure. Washington leaves it over for Archie.
They could have brought in some treadmills for us. We can call the game and get some steps
Get that
in.
workout going at the same time. Go back the other way now, the Lady Lions with the basketball. Thoroughbreds with 16 turnovers in the contest, 15 for the Lady Lions. Webb up the floor. Down at the block, Wallace converts after a deep bounce pass from Shea Taylor from the sideline. Accurately done by Taylor on the pass. Good distance to cover with it. Left side penetration, Green. Short of the cylinder, rebound comes away to the Thoroughbreds. Wallace got it. And they go back the other way, leading it 69-50.
Yeah,
behind the arc, Webb for 3.
They're really crowding Green on the other end down at that three-point line. She showed them the range that she has, and she's probably not going to get any easy ones from here on out.
Green 4 of 6 from behind the arc. Lady Lions now with the basketball. We're down to 7:50 left in this fourth quarter, final quarter here in this opening round basketball game between the Lady Lions of Paine College and the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Jump shot, right corner, Archie. He left that short. We go back the other way with a foul down low by the Lions. Borum with that foul, and Borum with her third. So Archie with 3 now, and Borum joins her with the third. Kilgo across the timeline. Works to the right side to the block, Wallace. Whistles and a travel violation. So turnover number 17 for the Thoroughbreds.
Yeah, she's had a couple of traveling calls here in the since the halftime.
Washington quickly across the timeline. She'll push it right side, Green. In traffic, and they throw the basketball away. Inside, Wallace with a free look at the lane, got the lay-in, fouled late on that play by Borum, trying to come back side. And Borum with that foul is going to pick up her 4th.
Well, Borum was trailing on that play because she was down here showing her disgust with the ball that went over her head. And you can see it on the replay here, feeding the post for the hoop and the harm.
And actually, that was Borum's 5th foul there, Tolly, so she will depart the basketball game with 7:05 remaining in it. Wallace at the line shooting. Wallace with 15 on the night, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Good from there. So make it 72-50. Thoroughbreds with the lead. Washington with the basketball for the Lady Lions. Now Timmons up top. Inside, they throw it away, trying to get it down low to Tania Ward.
And that ball just went home for the night.
That is turnover number 17. Teams even at that mark in terms of turnovers. So with 6:50 left, that one said I wanted to leave the building.
It was working its way out the door.
Webb running it down, so now you got to stay in here a little longer. Stay with us. Taylor, left block, turns inside the paint. To the rack, missed on the shot, got her own rebound, put back right side, missed that one as well. Rebound, clear by Timmons. She'll push it up the floor for Paine College. Now right side, behind the arc, Archie. Archie inside the paint, doubled, back out front now. Bain across the floor, Washington for 3, missed. A rebound chased down by Archie to the rack. She's going to be fouled. So Archie to the line to shoot. Archie with 12 in the ball game, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And she missed on the first of 2 here. 8 rebounds to her credit in the contest, 1 assist, and 2 blocks for her.
Keandra Archie, a freshman from Eastover, South Carolina.
Archie missed them both there from the line. Rizzi out front, jumped out front there by Washington. Washington ball hawking now as Wallace handles. Entry pass down at Taylor, had to fight to collect it. Basketball tapped away from her on the inside. Break there for the Lady Lions. Ward to the rack, and she got the lay-in.
Yep, a 2-on-0 break.
Good defensive effort there by the Lions, resulting in that basket by Ward. We're at 5:36 left in the basketball game. Just one more coming tonight here from the Bill Harris Arena. Men's contest featuring the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State and the Golden Rams of Albany State.
First personal, team sport.
So pushing to the other end of the floor now, the basketball will belong to the Lady Lions. They trail by 20 points in its opening round basketball game of the tournament. Washington looks down at the block to Archie. Now they work it inside to Baine. Baine with a soft jumper. Missed the rim. Affectionately known as the air ball.
Wide right. Just a little bit outside.
Just a little bit.
She did hit the backboard, so we'll give her credit for that.
Jones across the floor now to Kilgo. They work it inside Wallace. She tried to bounce it across the floor, and it was kicked.
Yep, we're going to reset the shot clock. That'll probably give us a timeout at the under 5. As we take that break, I would like to remind you that the Home Depot's Retool Your School Campus Improvement Grant Program is back with $360,000 up for grabs for 9 lucky HBCUs. Will your school be a winner? Learn more at retoolyourschool.com. 4:57 remaining, and Kentucky State leading Paine 72-52. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Live inside the Bill Harris Arena after the timeout. We're at 4:57 remaining in this contest. We'll go back to the other end of the floor. Lady Lions with the basketball. Kilgo takes a seat. A correction, that's Webb taking a seat there for the Thoroughbreds. As Washington slides down in the baseline, left side, they left her alone there. She got free for a jumper but missed on the shot. Erica Jones clears for Kentucky State. And they come across the timeline. Herbert pushes left side to Kilgo. Top of the key, Wallace. Spins the paint, nicely done, but good defensive work there by the Lady Lions to tap that basketball away. They go up the floor, Washington with the jumper, left side, missed on the shot. Rebound put back by Baine. It's tapped away by Wallace. And the Thoroughbreds coming back the other way. They got a 3-on-2 here. Nice bounce pass underneath, but Herbert can't handle it. And we go back the other way on the turnover. Lady Lions with 4:05 left. They give it up top to Baine. Turns with the jumper, correction on that. That's Archie. Foul line extended, and she got that one to fall. So Archie pushes her numbers up to 14 points. And she cuts into that Thoroughbred lead, 72-54. Herbert out front. Left side all the way through. And a whistle down low. Asia Timmons saying, I did not touch her. They'll call the foul on Timmons, though. That'll be her fourth, and that'll send Herbert to the line for the Thoroughbreds to shoot. Herbert, the freshman from Crete, Illinois. 3 points in this ball game. Got them all from the free throw line. She missed on the first one there. Kilgo takes a seat. Wallace, or Campbell that is, back out on the floor for Kentucky State. One of two from the line there for the freshman. 73-54. Washington with the quick step, pushing back out front now. Archie, hard drive by her, right side underneath, missed on the lay-in. Basketball's tapped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Lady Lions of Paine College. We're at 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in this basketball game. And the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State about that time away from advancing to the quarterfinals if they can hang on to this lead. Underneath, the shot by Paine is off the mark. Now players diving forward on the floor. Lady Lions come away with it. Paine with a jumper in the corner, hit the side of the backboard. Archie's shot is rejected inside by Wallace. And the Thoroughbreds are going to come away with the basketball. Rizzi doing a little bit of showboat dribbling there now. And works it back out front to Herbert.
Yeah, Paine, excuse me, is feeling the pain right now.
Turnover there. They had it taken away from them, though. Out front, Thoroughbreds, half-court set. So quick turnovers both ways, and it stays where it started with the Thoroughbreds. Out front, Campbell is bumped, and a foul going to be called on Ward.
And she bumped her lips a little bit. She said, I wish.
So Campbell to the line to shoot again. Campbell with 16 points in the ball game, 6 of 6 from the charity stripe for her. Now 7 of 7 as she rattles that free throw good and extends the lead back to 20 now for the Thoroughbreds. 74-54 with 2:45 remaining. Wallace with Campbell with the perfect form from the line. She's got 18 in the ball game. Entry pass, right side Paine to the rack and blocked her own shot at the cylinder. Wallace finally takes it away for the Thoroughbreds, back the other way.
Took her lunch money there.
Rizzi, Wallace stops and pops, banks it front end, but missed on the shot. Archie quickly back the other way for the Lions now. Right side Ward, down in the corner Washington. Across the floor, behind the arc Timmons for three. She missed on the shot, but chases down the rebound. Bumped inside by Wallace as she attacked the rim, so it'll be Timmons to the free throw line.
Second state foul, number 35.
And Wallace picks up her fourth.
You could call that a bump.
Yeah, you could.
It's a nice way of putting it.
Timmons misses on the first of two. Wallace with the 4 takes a seat. Likely her last spot of duty in this basketball game as Taylor makes it back out on the floor. Free throw, the second one by Timmons is good. Paine, 12 of 18 from the free throw stripe in this basketball game. Now 13 of 19 after that one by Timmons. Up top, Jones pushes, right corner, behind the arc with the jumper for three is Herbert. That's off the mark. Good chase down by Campbell to get a fresh set. Rizzi from way downtown.
I don't care what anybody says. Those players see that NBA line out there, they're going to test the waters.
Yes, they do. Rizzi knocks down a triple. She is 4-3 of 7 from behind the arc.
She's
Barrett
leaking
shot
out
there
here
by the Lions.
Yeah, she She was open for a split second, got behind the defense, but Kentucky State in no rush here.
Timeout on the floor with 1:17 remaining in this basketball game. Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State with a 78-55 lead, and just that amount of time from going to the quarterfinals. We'll step out for a timeout as well. This is HBCU game-based coverage of the SIAC tournament. Back to live action now. 1:15 remains in the contest. Kilgo out front, over to Webb. Now Taylor, top of the key. 11 to shoot for the Thoroughbreds. Jones raises, fires, hit the back of the iron. Campbell with another rebound. Campbell on the night with 9 rebounds, close to that double-double for her. Out front now with the triple, that one creases the rim. And now Campbell with a jump shot. Behind the arc, only 2 there for her though, not behind the arc, so Campbell adds to her total. She's got 21 in the ball game. 39 seconds left in the ball game now. Lady Lions about to close their season. Right side, they dump it down low. Basket's gonna count there, and a foul.
Basket good by
Nyla Murray, the freshman from Lawrenceville, with her first points of the ball game. Wallace back out on the floor, surprisingly, with 29 seconds left.
Substitution for Kentucky State, number 35, Brooke Wallace. Nyla Murray at the line for 1 shot.
So Murray trying to convert on a 3-point play here. And she does. So KSU will advance to the quarterfinals. They'll meet the Lady Rams of Albany State, who finished 2nd in the East. And that'll be their first spot of duty coming on Thursday. With 13 seconds remaining here. Thoroughbreds are just going to run this clock out, and they'll run away with the win, 80-58 over the Lady Lions of Paine College. And our quarterfinal picture for the women is set here for this year's tournament. Quarterfinals on Wednesday on the women's bracket. It'll look like this. It'll be Clark Atlanta, the #1 team out of the East, meeting the #4 team out of the West, the Lady Bears of Miles College. And after this win tonight, it'll be the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State as we drop down to the bottom. They will meet the Lady Rams of Albany State. That'll be a Thursday contest on the women's side. And on the women's side, the Lady Panthers of Claflin already punched their ticket to meet the Lady Magicians of Lemoyne-Owens College in Thursday quarterfinal play. And in the final bracket, it'll be the Lady Tigers of Benedict and the Lady Marauders of Central State on Wednesday in quarterfinal action on the women's side of the bracket. Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State punching their ticket tonight with the win over the Lions of Paine College. And we are joined now by the head coach of the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State, head coach Terrence Slater. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
Congratulations on the win in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, we had to fight, but I told them, you know, postseason records don't mean anything. You got to go out there. You got to play hard. You got to do the little things so you can, you know, obviously get the win. So,
what was your thought about how you could take advantage of this Lady Lion team in this ball game?
Well, we just tried to utilize the zone as much as possible. So we just wanted to force them to take tough shots and then try to rebound. So that was kind of the game plan going in.
Seemingly you had pretty comparable in size, but your girl's a little bit stronger on the inside. Brooke Wallace doing a good job of taking advantage of the inside play for you.
Yeah, and that's something that we definitely wanted to exploit. So we wanted to get the ball inside. Wanted a couple more of them to get involved, but other than that, I'm pretty proud of them.
Brittany Rizzi from the outside converting on a lot of baskets for you there, and Jordan Campbell with a strong game as well.
they have been outstanding for the last probably 4 or 5 weeks. So I've really been happy with Jordan and obviously Rizzy. So she's been doing it all year.
You're meeting the Lady Rams of Albany State in the quarterfinals of the tournament on Thursday. Played them once during the regular season. What do you got to do differently in the tournament to change the outcome?
Everything. That's a tough team, so we'll get back and we'll try to figure something out. But Albany State is a really good team, so we definitely got our hands full.
Coach, you celebrate the win tonight. You win at 80-58 over the Lady Lions of Paine College. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you back here on Thursday in the quarterfinals.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
Head Coach Terrence Slater still has my pen from last night, though. Just kidding. I loaned you that pen a couple of nights ago. Congratulations, Coach. So the Lady Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State win this basketball game 80-58 over the Lady Lions of Paine College. They push into the quarterfinals on Thursday against the Lady Rams of Albany State. We'll step out for a break and bring you our final ball game of the opening round in men's action. It'll be the Golden Rams of Albany State in this contest. They will be meeting the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Stay tuned. This is HBCU Game Days coverage, live coverage of the SIAC Basketball Tournament.